Back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he enters his final weekend as the league leader in rushing yards by a quarterback. He has been a dynamic dual threat all season long.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Play action. It's Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Strong running at the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Baltimore first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him done.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a busy night for Henry continues. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. A gain of 7. And a Raven first down.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. You can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Completes it to Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Steelers first down.
Looking to throw. Howard.
That's into the hands of Woods.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
That's another.
Back to throw. Howard. Screenplay. Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And now what we have here, a third and goal.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
They'll check this down to Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
8-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Chris Boswell to kick
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had there during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Baltimore.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Mark Andrews.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. A short throw caught by Andrews. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Howard. From the gun, he'll throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Adafe Owe just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Now loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at the 31-yard line.
First and 10 at the 30.
Play action. Now Jackson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Here's Jackson to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Jackson now. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And able to get this out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Howard. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
To throw is Howard from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Running left, it's Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Jackson going to keep it running right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Running from the gun with Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this